welcome to Talk Commerce. I'm Isaac Mori. This week, we'll be talking with Rytis Lauris, the CEO and co-founder of Omnisend. His platform helps online brands turn first-time buyers into loyal customers. Brent and Rytis talk about how automation and segmentation can empower smarter communication with e-commerce shoppers. They cover email, SMS, and omnichannel marketing and get into the ways that timing and personalization make all the difference. It's a great conversation about the future of marketing, the balance between people and technology, and what it really means to stay creative in the age of artificial intelligence. Let's jump in.
Welcome to this episode of Talk Commerce. Today I have Rytis Lauris. He is the CEO and co-founder of Omnisend. Rytis, go ahead, tell us your day-to-day role. Actually, first pronounce your name correctly and tell us your day-to-day role and one of your passions.
Hey, Brent. Yeah, so thanks for inviting. Really great pleasure to be here as a guest at your podcast. So my original name is Rytis, but that's original pronunciation, but that's perfectly fine. I don't get insulted if someone mispronounces it. That's perfectly fine with that. So I'm co-founder and CEO of Omnisend. Omnisend is marketing automation platform for those who sell online. So if for online stores, I know your listeners, of course, are those who understand what e-commerce is and why marketing, why retention marketing, why email and SMS marketing is important. But usually when people ask me to explain them in plain English, so I say, look, if you sell online, usually for first transaction, you lose money because you pay for Google or for Meta more than you actually earn from the customer. So that's why it's critically important to do retention marketing, and email is an unbeatable channel. SMS is very effective. Push notifications are very effective as well to invite your customers to purchase again. And that's how you earn money.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for that. And how about passions? Do you have a passion in life?
I like reading books, all kind of, not only like business related, but novels as well. And what else? I play squash. Education is my passion. Actually, I'm quite deeply involved in non-governmental activities that are education related, and especially like secondary education. I believe that universities are important, but the fundamentals you set in the young age are critically important for anyone's success in the life.
Yeah, very good. All right. So before we get started, you have gracefully volunteered to be part of the Free Joke Project. So I'm going to tell you a joke, and you just give me a rating, 8 through 13. So here we go. I've got a good one for you today. I started saying mucho to my Mexican friends. It means a lot to them.
10.
All right, thanks.
Somewhere in between.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
not
right.
great, not great, not terrible from my point of view.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, Brent, I didn't want to disappoint you.
Don't worry. Yeah, no, that's a good score for me. I usually get 7s, and the base is 8. So
okay,
we're right on. Great. So tell us a little bit about the journey, how you started Omnisend, and sort of what was the motivation to do that?
So Omnisend was a spin-off from digital marketing agency. So the motivation was basically while running a digital marketing agency, and it happened already 11 years ago. So not I mean, some time have passed already. So running a digital marketing agency and serving online stores, e-commerce customers, we saw that, okay, there are a couple of things here. First one is that they entire customer journey is happening online. That means that you have way more, your customers leave more traces than other businesses, and you can collect those traces, segment on that, automate based on that, and run a way better marketing for them, way more relevant, way more timely, etc. So that was kind of first assumption that we made. And then back in the days, there were only generic email service providers. There were no specialized for e-commerce. So exactly all around that time, there were more and more players coming to service specific market, e-commerce market. I'm talking about email service providers. We only launched email. And the second was, okay, so serving this specific market, e-commerce, so is there growth potential? So the second assumption we made is that e-commerce will be growing for upcoming many years in the quite significant growth at a quite significant rate. So so seems like both assumptions were proved to be right after more than 10 years, 11 years. So so that's why we started Omnisend.
That's great. So tell us, you mentioned email, but now we're moving into more touch points for customers, and it is Omnichannel, Omnisend. Tell us all the different touch points that you're encompassing now.
Yeah, so we started with email. Now we have email, SMS, we have web push notifications, which actually web push notifications, I would say underrated channel. It is really effective. It really works well for those who use, but not that many of our customers use this channel. But for those who use it, it's proved to be very effective. So all combined, we used to serve WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Viber, but we discontinued those. WhatsApp seems like more and more customers are willing to use it again because we changed a lot in their policies and their capabilities. I mean, WhatsApp sites. Highly likely that at the beginning of 2026, we will get back to WhatsApp as it's becoming more and more coherent, like marketing channel, not only one-to-one communication channel. Yeah. So, and always the best when you combine those channels and you communicate with Brent not only via email and with Rytis not only via SMS, but once you combine, A, you allow customers to choose their most preferred channels. B, the best when customers prefer to communicate with them via a few channels, and you put all those channels in a single campaign and a single automation. I mean, it's not separated. Say this is email automation, this is SMS automation. This is just automation after someone left a product in the shopping cart. This is automation when someone purchased from you, and you combine those different channels on the single automation. So this is proved to be the most effective.
Some of the data you shared prior to this, you said that automated messages make up 37% of email orders and only 2% of the sends. Can you explain what that means to the average user?
Correct. Yeah, that's correct. So basically that means that, there's way more traffic. That means that there is way more noise coming from trigger-based automated messages. So those are like the most popular are abandoned cart reminder, welcome series, browse abandonment, post-purchase emails, segment change, some VIP customers change to maybe at-risk customers, etc. change. So those are triggers. So those triggers trigger a campaign, full automated campaign that you set up once and you don't kind of do on daily basis, on weekly basis, review just time to time. It's very important. Yeah, so that means that you send just like few emails to Brent instead of sending like a bulk campaign and promoting every product you have in stock, instead of just promoting very specific products that for that specific customer is interesting. So that's why you only send 2% of traffic, and it drives 37% of conversions for our customers. So I think it's just great proof why everyone who sells online should use automations, and why they are super effective. And on top of that, one thing that I would say, I have no doubts everyone who is listening to your podcast does automation. I have no doubts. But what is important, at least what we see among our customer base, usually it's like 2-3 automated flows, but it's better to use 15, 18, 20 automated flows. Every lovely touch point, every lovely customer journey touch point should have an automated sequence attached to it.
So I think what I hear you saying, at one extreme are the users that just have one big, huge email list and they just send it to everybody just once a month campaign, or whenever.
Yeah.
And the better case is to get very granular with your customers and send them exactly what they need at the right time when they're active, when they want to get it, right? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. And you can use automated flows exactly for that. So and it's not that you as a marketer think that today you want to promote TV sets. It's customer who shows an interest, an intent that someone is looking for a TV set now, but not looking for a new phone now. And this is kind of all the data Omnisend is collecting, and other tools like Omnisend are collecting and helping you to automate your communication with customers. That being said, all campaigns are still effective and they're still important to be sent, but alongside the more automations you have, the more dollars or euros or whatever currency you earn while you just sleep. automated tools does the job.
Yeah, I read that you are in the U.S. There's an average of $2.96 per email in your automated campaigns, or a granular automated email, compared to 10 cents on a regular, just generic email campaign. So that's a huge difference, right?
Absolutely. Massive difference, because again, you send way fewer messages and they are way more timely for customers contextually. That's why they have way better engagement rates and way better conversion rates. So that combined, fewer messages, better conversion rates, all that combined, the results to what you just quoted are just insanely good, I mean.
Hey everyone, Brent Peterson here from Talk Commerce. You know what really got me thinking about style? My kids. They looked at me one day and said, "Dad, you just can't wear hoodies and conference t-shirts anymore." They were right. As someone who's constantly meeting with e-commerce leaders, speaking at conferences, and recording podcasts, I need to look sharp. But honestly, I hate shopping for clothes. That's where Taylor comes in and rescued me. Here's how it works. You rent clothes instead of buying them. I get my own personal stylist who curates my perfect outfits and sends them to me. I can even text them about upcoming events, whether it's a big client meeting or a conference keynote. Every month, I rent 5 to 7 pieces from quality brands that fit my style perfectly. I wear them for weeks, get compliments, then send them back in a prepaid envelope when I'm done. No commitment, no clutter. And here's what I love about renting. No decision fatigue, no cluttered closets. And I'm always trying some new styles I never would have picked myself. Plus, if you really love something, you can buy it at a discount. The best part, even my kids approve of my style. If you're tired of stressing out about what to wear, try renting from Taylor. Go to tailor.style. That's TAELOR.style. And trust me, your future self will thank you.
Are there some tools that clients can use to identify the points in which they should trigger those automated emails? You mentioned that every touch point in the customer journey should have an automation to it. Is there ways to identify that? And again, you start at something simple and then keep adding and going more complex.
Yeah. So for those who sell online, at least in Omnisend, so there are a lot of presets. So all the best practices, the key touch points are identified already, and then there are just presets you can with a click of a dongle just enable them and then edit from there. Yeah. So of course each business has its own specific cases, etc., and customer journey is not always the same. But yeah, it's so basically all the mains are there already in place, and it's easy to start utilizing. You don't need any separate tool. On top of that, of course, there are this is what we are currently working on. So like AI assistant here to help you to identify where potentially you are losing your revenue because you underutilize the capabilities of a tool, and maybe you miss some touch points in the customer journey and you do not automate communication with them. So it will come soon, in a couple of months.
Yeah, I think most people still think about ChatGPT as something that helps them write better emails, but really the magic behind it is using that data analytics section, the pattern recognition, to find those segments for you. Talk a little bit about how the tools are changing, and you just mentioned things that are changing even in the next couple of months, but how tools are changing how marketers use any system and employ AI to assist them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, each tool, Omnisend, ChatGPT, generic tools like ChatGPT, or specialized tools like Omnisend, of course, are, employing. I mean, ChatGPT is by default, it's just AI tool, but they expand the functionality. So I would say kind of there are two vectors that are important here to touch. So one is like the habits of the marketers. So within the tools, I think that marketers expect more advice what to do next. So we touched that already. So let's say we already have live with forms, let's say, yeah. So if we identify that your form is not the best, we advise you that maybe you would like to do something, yeah. So maybe we have to change, etc. And the second thing is how marketers use is really then to do whatever advice we get is okay. So can you write a copy? You mentioned. So sometimes they use ChatGPT, sometimes they have embedded solutions, native solutions, as like at Omnisend. We have a subject line tester, subject line writer, AI assistant, or copywriter AI assistant in place. So all those capabilities, customers are usually using it. I mean, marketers are using it. So, and it's really great to see that, as well as kind of like transforming some more difficult or more, marketers are all either creators or like number people or creative people, right? Do different kind of marketers. So let's say probably the most used and the most popular and well accepted capability, AI capability within Omnisend is segment creator. So for those who are more visual and more creative marketers, it was always painful. This logic, or, and, if, then, etc. So logical junctions was always difficult to navigate. So now you just prompt it in human language. Can you build me a segment of everyone who bought in the past 3 months and spent more than $100? Boom, the segment is there in place. So this is the most accepted and used AI capability within the tool. Second like big chunk of AI adoption is how our customers, like those people who are purchasing, consumers, how do they use AI? So of course, like more and more AI tools, agentic AI tools are coming into play when searching for goods. It was kind of Google's and monopoly mainly, a little bit of Meta maybe, but just those two were dominating. Whenever I need any product, I either Google or go to Amazon mainly. Now things have started to change, and I believe it will be changing as we are kind of a rising of more and more leads ChatGPT is generating, Claude is generating, etc. Yeah, and especially kind of like ChatGPT just recently launched in cooperation with Shopify and Etsy, like checkout in chat. Basically, you should not even leave ChatGPT conversation window, and you can purchase from there. So that's definitely a fundamental change in how people purchase things. Still, I think, and this is just my opinion, but I strongly think and believe that buying decisions will be pretty emotional decisions. And personally, I'm not the big fan of thinking that agents will be buying everything and will make all the buying decisions for us in the future. I think it will still remain an emotional task or exercise to purchase something, but of course agents will help us, or will help us to restock for whatever we use, and maybe we need recurring purchases, etc. So so that's my point of view.
Yeah, we had an interesting conversation at Shop Talk a couple weeks ago with a VC person who talked about that websites are not going to go away, but the importance of certain types of websites, especially in products, is going to reduce as Amazon becomes more of the marketplace and people buy from there, and now you'll be able to buy directly inside of ChatGPT. That types of maybe direct consumer brands are going to be very still important, that they have a website and they want to maintain a brand, but using ChatGPT to purchase something could be, is already the next thing out there, right?
And I agree. So
ahead.
you still will have to own your like online store, like Shopify or any other platform. So, but basically there will be different interfaces. One for me as a human to browse, to choose, and to make a purchase. And second, for my agent, for my assistant, that is AI assistant, not a human, to be able to browse, to choose, and to purchase.
What do you say to the merchant or the entrepreneur who feels still that they don't need to get people anymore, that AI is going to automate everything, including all your content that you're creating? I saw that happen last year, where a lot of people let people go, and there's a Klarna thing that I published on Wednesday. But how important is the human part of this still?
But Klarna is rehiring.
Yeah, they're rehiring, so that's exactly the lesson learned, right?
Yeah. And again, but I think that what is important here, that Klarna is rehiring people for a bit different role than it was once they let people go. So the role has transformed, and that's what we say inside the organization for our colleagues, employees, that AI will definitely take your job as it is today. But and you will have, especially like those who are individual contributors, will have to become managers of AI agents and AI assistants. So I believe that still, I kind of strongly believe in like superiority of humankind, something like this, if that's is political correct to say that way. But look, it's something similar. Like AI for me is equal to invention of a steam machine or to electricity. So the human labor was replaced with machines, but steam like engine, yeah. So but I mean, we still need people and humans in factories. We need more people to produce machines that will produce the products. We can produce more, etc. So I strongly believe that this AI change is something similar, that it's super scary. Maybe we will not be needed, etc. But I believe that we will be needed, because when everybody does marketing with AI and all the copyright is AI, someone has to stand out. And who will stand out? The one that will be different. And if everybody is using ChatGPT cannot create like 100 million unique copyrights. I've read like the one post on LinkedIn like that I liked a lot the other day. So it was something along the lines. I've read like, I'm hiring, I've read whatever 100 resumes in the past couple of days, and I feel like I'm reading a brown text. Why is it brown? Because the brown, you're gonna get brown color if you're gonna mix all the colors you have. So just read, and something is like, it's always brown color. So that's kind of, I think, yeah. So definitely, you have to employ AI, and it's inevitable. You have to do this, and you have to change. So us as human beings have to change how we work. Us as specialists have to change definitely how we work, because the job we do today will not be relevant tomorrow, or maybe after 1 year. But we will still be relevant, and I don't believe that humans will have only free time and no need to work and no need to create value.
Yeah, that brown analogy is perfect. You could use another one where it turns everything brown into some foul word that we shouldn't say on the air. But definitely, I think people are recognizing content that's generated by AI, because there's so many phrases that are just borrowed and continuously used over and over again. And that if you don't maintain your own brand voice, you're going to lose out to, you're going to be the same brand as everybody else, right?
Exactly. And someone will stand out.
Yeah, great point. So we have a few minutes left. As I close out the podcast, I give everybody a chance to do a shameless plug about anything they'd like. What would you like to plug today?
So, of course, my own tool, Omnisend. So, if you are not using specialized e-commerce marketing automation tools, so definitely you have to switch to Omnisend just immediately, because you're going to see just the increase of your results immediately. And if you are using the leader in the market, as we are second tool, most popular tool in the e-commerce market, if you're using the leader, so you're just overpaying a lot. So so you're gonna get the same with Omnisend, and we'll save some cash for you. So that's the very reason why you should switch to Omnisend.
Great. Yeah. Tell us how they get a hold of you.
I'm 42.
No, tell us how they get a hold of you.
Okay.
It's on your age. Yeah. I'm 32, but yeah, how did they get a hold of you?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. So omnisend.com, or myself, I prefer LinkedIn. Yeah. So Rytis Lauris on LinkedIn.
That's awesome. I'm going to get your first. I'm going to do your first name again. Rytis Lauris. All right. CEO and co-founder of Omnisend. It's been such a great conversation. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Talk Commerce is a production of Content Basis, LLC. For more creative content, go to contentbasis.io.